Of all the Mario franchises, whether it's Super Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Party, or even many Mario sports games, you think Luigi's Mansion would one bit make me interested in it, right? Well, actually, not really, no. Back in the day, Luigi's Mansion was one of my least favourite Mario franchises. The original and the 3DS sequel didn't really interest me all that much because I thought it was ripping off Ghostbusters and made them look like proper adventures. But then there was something about this one, Luigi's Mansion 3, that interested me, mostly because it took place in a very different setting, and they had really good cutscenes as well. Even Luigi likes the hotel as well, as you'll see here.
Wow, sorry.
Couldn't have said that any better, Luigi. But yeah, this game takes place in a massive hotel. Like seriously, the hotel has like 17 different floors. It's probably the biggest thing in all sorts of Luigi's Mansion games. The previous games took place in either one mansion or even 5 mansions, but this one is very different. Plus the hotel is so brightly decorated when you first enter it, and you can see all the characters doing all sorts of wonderful things. I knew you'd be excited, Luigi. Things start off normal enough in this hotel. You can walk around seeing all the characters, like Mario taking this lovely cake before Polter Pop, Luigi's ghost up in the second game, Eat Sit, with Charles Martinet's lovely words. You can also see Abuto get trapped under the bags, and you can even see Peach interact with Luigi at one point, although honestly it doesn't really have much impact. Then once you check in with all the luggage staff and the hotel owner, Helen Gravely, who's literally leading them to their hotel rooms right now, you go in the elevator, which is a kind of a long cutscene, but that's how they normally do it. Yeah. By the way, Nintendo didn't actually make this game themselves, Next Level Games did. And now for some very cute interactions for you to see.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Night night.
Night night.
Oh, that warmed up me as a Mario fan's heart so much. Seeing Mario and Luigi say night-night to each other is one of the things that Mario games don't rarely ever do nowadays. And then Luigi goes to sleep in this really cool way. Just instantly fall asleep after reading a book. Yeah. But that's when things take a turn for the worst. The hotel gets slightly darker, and then there's this eerie feeling around Luigi. So much so that when he enters out of the hotel door, things turn strange. A purple light goes through the hotel, changing the brightly coloured aesthetics into completely darker ones. And then we realised it was all a trap. King Boo is here to turn everyone into frames of themselves, and he literally captures them. And then he's about to capture Luigi. So look what he does here.
No, 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 no. Oh no.
Oh, that poor Luigi. Now let's get started talking about the actual game. Now we know how it begins. Luigi's Mansion 3 is actually a pretty fantastic game. It definitely was probably my favourite Luigi Mansion series, even though it's the only one I've played. But particularly, one of my favourite parts is the brand new Poltergust G00. Yeah, later on in this review you'll probably find out why they actually named it that. Yeah. But this Poltergust has a lot of new features. One of my favourites is the slam method. You can basically slam around ghosts all over to bring in extra damage, and you can even hit other ghosts. It may dumbs down the combat, but I find it interesting. The suction shot is also pretty good too. Basically fire a plunger at all sorts of furniture, and then you can lift it up, smash it around, or use it for puzzles, like this one. And sometimes you'll even have to fight off gangs of ghosts all in one. To do this, you can use the new method, the burst. You basically shoot up into the air, that can just like take away all ghosts from it, and you can even use it for puzzles like this one. I love Luigi's reaction to it. And yes, Professor Eager does return. And guess who else returns? Luigi from a remake of Luigi's Mansion 1 on the 3DS. You can change between them in solo play, and Luigi has all sorts of lovely tricks. For example, you can slip through spikes, get through secret passages, go through pipes, get through metal areas, and even work together to bash watermelons. You can also play with a friend in co-op play, and it does make the game a little bit easier, but it's also pretty fun as well. Just don't get trapped in water. This hotel has many different floors for you to explore. For example, if you go in this floor, you'll see it's covered in plants, called the Garden Suites. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Here's another floor, which is actually a giant pyramid. Wow, how can that fit into a hotel? But here's my favourite floor, the disco floor. You'll probably see why later. There are so many other floors as well, like this film studio, and the magic floor, with the changing hats, plus a medieval floor, and there's ghosts in every single floor, not to mention all the bosses, which are quote-unquote terrifying. There's this boss right here, King McFright, who isn't afraid to joust through Poor Luigi as if it's the Middle Ages. And then there's Captain Fishhook, who can basically break through his ghost ship. And then here's my favourite one, DJ Phantasmagoria, who can basically make Luigi dance, and all these bosses offer different challenges that you'll need to use your skills for. Now, if you don't feel like playing the story mode, there's some multiplayer modes for you as well. Check out this one, the Scare Scraper. In the Scare Scraper, you and up to 4 other Nintendo Switch owners can go through a hotel together and take on ghosts, find finals for Toads, and collect some money. What makes this mode stand out from what it did in Luigi's Mansion 2 is that the floors keep on changing. Yep, they are randomly generated. And each floor has a time limit as well, so you have to be really clever with your skills. But can you make it to the end before time runs out? Sorry, I had to do that. Also, there is online play in this game. Yep. But I haven't tested it out yet because I'm trying to finish the story mode, of course. I've heard it's not as laggy as others. Here's the next multiplayer mode, Scream Park. In Scream Park, there are 4 Luigis and 4 Luigis, and it's basically a party mode for up to 8 players on one system. There's ghost hunting, cannon blasting, and duck floating, and they're all pretty fun. Here's a montage of Luigi's antics. So yeah, this game is pretty good, and I'm now going to close out the review of the ending cutscene and the score. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Bye, everybody.